What is up, you guys? It's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a really fun video that I'm so excited to be filming. This is the baby girl names that we love and may or may not be using. Patty and I have gone back and forth with baby girl names just like we did with baby boy names. I also have filmed that too, so I'll leave that in a link down below, or you can click on a card or something up here if you want to see the baby boy names that we love and may or may not be using. The reason why I say may or may not be using is it depends on so many factors. Obviously, one, I do not know if we're having a boy or a girl, and number two, a name is so important to a person, a huge part of your identity. So just like with our baby boy names, if this is a baby girl that doesn't fit the name, we're obviously not going to use it, but they're just names that I absolutely love, and Patty and I have kind of like agreed on them. There are two names that I will not be mentioning in this video that are up at the top of our list, but the reason why I'm not mentioning them is because just like with the boy name, we kind of have like one that we both really love. I just hate when people spoil names for other people. I hate when they say, oh, that's a really common name, or I don't like that name, or it's kind of strange, or whatever. The three names that we have picked, one for a boy, two for a girl, are not unusual, but they're not common. I don't know anybody with these names. Paddy's never met anybody with two of the names. He knows one person with one of the names. I have never met anybody with any of the names, so I just really like that, and I just think it's really nice and that they're so unusual. But there are other backup names or names that we love just as much. You know the way there's always like that one that just stands out, or in our case for a girl there's two names, but these names are beautiful names that we both really like. So if you guys are interested in seeing what our baby girl names are that we love and may or may not be using, then definitely keep on watching. So this one, I don't think I picked this one, so I think this is one of Paddy's names. So this name is Blair. This says it's a Celtic Gaelic name. I have never heard this name in Ireland. I'm gonna go with what this says, that it's an Irish name. I don't know. I do love my Irish names. I actually have a whole video that I want to film about baby boy and baby girl Irish names, or just Irish names that I really like. Blair means field or plain. I think it's a really easy name to pronounce. It's not going to be difficult in spelling or anything like that, because that always used to drive me mad about my name when people spell it with a H. And then I've heard my name pronounced Aisling before over in the UK, and I hated that more than anything. I don't think that's unusual or strange. Like, everybody wants their name to be pronounced and spelt the way that it's supposed to be. But in general, in Ireland, Aisling is spelt A-I-S-L-I-N-G. But anyway, Blair, really easy name to spell. It's lovely. This next name, both of us kind of like, but it's also a surname here in Ireland. So it works kind of better in countries where you don't know that it's a surname. But I also know a little girl with this name and it suits her so much. And the name is Casey. I just think it's really nice. But like I said, it is a surname here in Ireland. So like it'd be like Dan Casey, and there is a pub that I actually know of called Casey's. But I do love the name Casey. I think it's a really nice girl name. I mentioned this quite a lot when I'm talking about like boys' names that I like as well, where I picture the name on the baby, the kid, an adult, teenager, whatever, and then I try and think of, if I was to say this name 50 times in a day, how would I feel about that? So that's kind of where my whole thing with names comes from. Like, I just want to make sure that it is a name that I really like. But Casey has been a favorite of mine for a very long time. This next name is not very common. I do know two girls with this name, but it's not definitely by any means a common name, and the name is Taylor. Again, I've liked the name Taylor since I was really young. Patty actually likes this name, which I was surprised with, because I thought he'd be like, no way. I know a Taylor that's around my age, and I also know a really young Taylor, and it suits both of them. So you also have to factor in your accent as well in Ireland. Some of the names don't run off the tongue, and then I always like factor in the surname. So I always try and like say, you know, if the baby's name is this and Paddy's surname is this, do they go together? So Taylor is definitely up there. It goes with Paddy's surname. I really like it. And like I said, it's not very common. I like the name. I've liked it for years. Like, if I was to ask Lisa, who is one of my longest friends, like we've been friends for 25 years, maybe 26 years. If I was to ask her like my top baby names, she would have this on her list for a name that I have liked for years. So it is definitely a fond favourite of mine. The next one is Riley. Now again, this is a surname here in Ireland. Very common surname as well. But it is a really nice girl's name. I love this name. Paddy does not like this name. They said it's an Irish name. It is an Irish name because it's an Irish surname. It's the descendant of Rogalach. It's an Irish name, and I like Irish names big time, like I mentioned already. This one Paddy did not like, and I love this name, and it's Avery. I just think it's a really unusual name. I have never in my life met another Avery. I don't even know how I came across this name. I feel like it was in like a baby names on YouTube or something like that, but it has been in my list since I found out I was pregnant. I just think Avery's a really nice girl's name. It is quite American. It says it's an English name, but it does come across quite like an American name and not very, very common here in Ireland. But it is a beautiful little girl's name, and I really like it. But again, Paddy's not overly keen. I've loved this name forever. This is going to come as no surprise to anybody who knows me, but the name is Aurora. Paddy likes this name too, but we did say that it could be butchered because of just our accents. It just Aurora, like if somebody doesn't say it properly, it sounds funny. If anybody has a little girl called Aurora out there and you live in Ireland, do people pronounce it properly? Do they spell it properly? I feel like people are going to definitely get this wrong. Like, it's a Latin name, so it's not like it's a really new name. It's a very old name. Obviously, it's a Disney princess name as well, which I really like. I think it's lovely. It's just so pretty. This name is quite common. It's probably not going to be our daughter's name, but I really like this name and I just wanted to kind of mention it, and it's Kira. I've loved the name Kira forever. It's an Irish name. Some people in America pronounce it Sierra, female version of Kieran. It's just a beautiful, oh, I love it. I love that name. I went to school with loads of Kiras. Like I said, it's not an uncommon name. It's quite common. But I just think it's super pretty. And I just think of like our daughter as a Kira and what she would look like. You know what I mean? I just think it is a lovely name. I would love to use it. And I don't think it's as common these days as it used to be. I don't know, maybe. And then the last name that I really like, and Paddy loves this name. This is actually up there with one of the top names, the other two names. This is up there kind of like as the third option. If none of the other names fit and those other two names don't go well, and it's Chloe. It has been a favorite name of mine forever. It's a French name. It is such a lovely name. Definitely more common, I would say, like back in the early 90s. Like, I know Chloe's more my age than I would like little Chloe's, but I just think it is a really nice name. It's just, oh, it's so pretty. It's been on my list forever and Paddy loves it. The two names that Paddy and I both kind of agree on, he picked one and I picked the other one. So it's going to be kind of a bit weird, like if they are the names that we're set on, and if we do have a girl, we're going to struggle. Whereas if we have a boy, we have such an easier road if he looks like the name that we've picked, because it's a name that both of us absolutely love. And the second I heard that name about 15 years ago, 16, 17 years ago maybe, I was like, that's my son's name. I actually find boys' names easier than girls' names. I don't know why. I find that I have more choices for boys' names. I kind of go back and forth between a lot of different boys' names. I think that there's like really cute boys' names and cool boys' names. I just love a lot of boys' names. Girls' names I actually find really hard. I think it's because I went to an all-girls school and I was like, oh no, I don't like that name. It's too common. Or, you know, I knew a girl in school like that and she wasn't nice or whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel like girls' names I struggled with a lot, and Paddy kind of only came up with maybe like a handful, whereas boys' names we were like popping them off. We knew the boys' names. But it's all dependent on what our little boy or little girl looks like when they are born, and if the names that we really like suit what they look like. And then I just think of like their little personalities and like what their eye color and hair color, will they look like those names? I don't know, because my mum was going to name me Jessica, and then when I was born she was like, she's not a Jessica at all. And then my granddad was like, oh, it's just all like a dream. And then mum was like, that's her name is Aisling. That is the exact thing that this is. It's a dream, because I was born on like New Year's Day and it was like all mayhem. I was 3.5 weeks overdue. I came at the stroke of midnight. There was cameras in, like RTE News came to film. There was like a big big show for the day that I was born. My poor mum was so overwhelmed, I'd say, after giving birth. And then my granddad was like, this is so surreal, it's like a dream. So that's how they come up with my name, because if you don't know, if you're not from Ireland, Aisling means dream in Irish, which I really like. I like my name, I think it's nice. I actually really like the name Jessica as well, but I just think that I'm much more suited to an Aisling. A lot more attitude, I think. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of baby names that we love and may or may not be using. We could have a child that is born and we pick this name out of the sky and it's not even on our boys list or not on our girls list. We don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just can't wait to meet our little one in 9 weeks time. I'm so living for it. I get so emotional every second I think about it. I'm just like, there's this human coming into our life, a little baby boy or a little baby girl that we're just going to be spoiling for the rest of their life. And they're going to be like the head of the family as well. Like they're going to be the oldest sibling, which is just, this is the most special moment ever. Like I just cannot wait to meet this little boy or little girl. I'm just so excited. So guys, if you did enjoy today's video, please thumbs it up and let me know what videos or baby content you would like to see coming up on my channel, and I will talk to all you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys!